Hiya, I'm Jessica Presley. Nice to meet you. Welcome to my YouTube page. Shall we shake hands? Yeah, I'm so excited to be here. I've always wanted to have my own YouTube page. I've been creating content for about 15 years now, and this is the first time I've ever actually sat down to really get a YouTube page going. It has been a goal of mine for such a long time. I watch loads of YouTube channels. I follow so many different creators, from makeup trends to, business, things like that, architecture, history, theme park YouTubers. I've got a whole list of ones that I follow and that I admire and that I love. And perhaps in the future, I'll make a goal of doing a video about some of my favorite YouTubers. And maybe in the future, they'll watch my video too, which would be amazing. Just the fact that somebody that you admire might tune in and watch you. I mean, that's just such a wonderful concept, isn't it? Isn't that what we're all about here, is about sharing? I think so. But there is something that this YouTube page is really about, and it sort of harkens back to what I just mentioned about having a goal to create a YouTube page. My goal with this YouTube page is to achieve more goals. Yes, I wake up every day and I'm like, what do I gotta do? I have a list of things I want to do. If I go to the grocery store, I've got a list of things I'm gonna get. Or if I go to shopping or something to pick up, toiletries or stuff around the place. You have lists and stuff. You've got objectives that you want to take care of. And the same thing can be applied to your life in general, don't you think? And with me, there's so much that I want to achieve, but focusing on that has been difficult because my mind goes a million miles a minute, I'm sure that some of you agree with me on that, don't you? And if you do, like and subscribe and leave a comment below. I had to throw that in there. That's something that I noticed that so many YouTubers do, is that they put the like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. You know what I mean. A goal of mine in the future could be to get a cool little graphic up there right here on the screen. But that's for a future video. I'm going to have to get in there and start clicking away and figure out exactly how to make this happen on so many different levels, because I am starting from scratch. I mean, look at me. I'm in a room with a chair, and there's no fancy backdrop back here. It's just me talking to you. But in the future, I have plans to go out there and do walk and talks and also get different backgrounds, and hopefully with success get a new place so I can build out a studio. That is one of my big goals. Goal number one objective is to get my own place and build out my own studio. I mean, my place is nice. I'm in a decent neighborhood. I get a chance to walk to parks and stuff and do some fun outdoor activities, which is really, really, really important to me. But I would really like to have my own home one day that is all mine, that I could build out a studio and create even more stuff. Because I would love to do so many things, such as film a horror movie, create some graphic design, things like that. There's just so many things creatively that I want to achieve. And I know with this YouTube channel, I could focus on achieving those goals and making them happen and keeping me laser focused. And that is one thing that I've noticed about what's happened in the past few years or so, is that things are just so uncertain, so much chaos, what's happening, things are spinning around, but you can always come back to the center and find a way to move forward with purpose and ignore what's going on around you. Or at least, not let it affect you so much. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. I am definitely not, perfect in that regard. I have let things get to me. If I'm out there on the road and somebody's driving like a maniac, or I'm driving, a little bit, it's time to bring it back to center. Stay in your lane, right? Keep moving forward. Don't worry about what's going on over here. Staying focused particularly laser focused, is super, super, super important for me. And it's something that has taken me years to like, hone in on. For, I would say, I'm a little bit older than I look, by the way. For a couple of decades, I was just like trying everything. Like, this is going to work. This is going to work. This is going to work. Oh, let's do that. That's going to work. Okay, if we get this to work, then we'll be super successful and we won't have to worry about anything. It'll pay for everything else. And so you take risks, and you leverage yourself and you get yourself in a situation to where you might be in debt, right? Particularly if you're a business owner like myself, an entrepreneur, you take risks like that and you expend your own money, or you find a way to get money in here to do things. And sometimes it doesn't work and it costs you time. And time is the most valuable resource that we have, how you spend your time. I feel spending time making videos here on YouTube is worth it, because I know that I'm going to get something out of it for sure, because I've created something. Goal number 1, start a YouTube channel. Done. Here we are. Goal number 2, film your first video. Here we are. Goal number 3, wear this dress, right? I've had this dress for a couple of years. It's by LEOHEX, and the belt, though, didn't come with it. I picked this up. I forget which site I got this off of, but this belt, I figured I needed something to like sort of tie it all together. You know what I mean? Sometimes you got to accessorize an accent. So I wanted to wear this dress. I've had it with me for a few years now, and I'm like, when is the right time to wear it? Today is the right time to wear it for my first YouTube video. So yes, a LEOHEX dress, a little belt. Well, actually, it's a big belt, right? Look at this thing. And it is not easy to find belts of this size, by the way. You can find loads of skinny belts and stuff, but if you want to find like a thick belt to go with things, you got to dig deep on some of these websites to locate those certain items. Yeah, but I did it. I found it. Was that a goal achieved, or that's just a little task, a little treat? I don't know, but it got done. Yeah. So let's bring back. I'm spinning around here. Not quite in the land of uncertainty. Maybe a little chaotic on occasion. But let's bring it back to what the point was from the beginning. Setting goals and achieving them. I wanted to start a YouTube channel, and here we are. And my goal with this YouTube channel is to achieve other goals. The first goal that I mentioned is I want to get a house one day and build out my own studio so I can record and have control over my environment, and also create new business opportunities and have a home base of operations that, can help me propel forward to achieve even more goals, bigger goals. But we have achieved a very big goal to start off with, and that is getting in front of you on camera to talk about that. And I know right now what I have behind me, it's not fancy. I do love this chair though. It's mid-century in design, which is something that I will get into at some point. I love mid-century design. And in my house that I mentioned, it's going to be filled with mid-century furniture. And I want the house to be of mid-century design as well. You can set that big goal, but then within that goal, there's like little variables. Mid-century design, mid-century furniture, studio, a nice bedroom, right? The bedroom I have now, I've got like a little full-size bed. I would love to have space to have a king-size bed. It'd be nice and comfy. I'd like a fireplace. I'd like a little backyard for a dog to run around in. I'd like some room for cats, So you set these big goals, and then there's little goals underneath it that come with it. Having that big goal is what is always on your mind moving forward. It's a dream that you want to achieve. The second goal that we discussed was, I wanted to wear this dress. It would be amazing. Wait a second. It will be amazing. There we go. Let's not let uncertainty cloud our focus, right? It would be amazing, or it will be amazing. Think about how that sounds when you project yourself forward? Do you just sort of like negate the possibility, chalk it up to a dream, like, oh, well, that would be nice, but, or do you say, that will be nice? Yes, it will. And then you feel yourself get this little boost of energy and you take a step forward. Is that goal going to be achieved overnight? No. No, it's not. It's not going to be achieved overnight. That's something you just have to like accept, you know? I know a lot of people might say, oh, if I won the lottery, that would solve all my problems. I think that if you won the lottery, a lot of other problems would happen that you didn't really anticipate. And that's something too about goals when you move forward is you have to anticipate that there's going to be bumps along the way. You know, I thought by this point in my life, I would have a house, I would have a studio, I would have 2 cats, a dog, I'd have everything that I'd ever dreamed of, but that didn't happen, you know? But I want it to still happen, and it will happen. So you adjust as you go. If you set a goal and you don't hit it by that mark, you don't feel defeated. You're like, all right, I'm going to go at it again, and I'm going to push for this mark, and maybe I'll get to that point and I'll achieve it. But the main thing is, though, is that you're on your way. And along the way, other things happen that are amazing. Like right now, I live in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and I love it here. If you'd asked me like 20 years ago, would you be living in Albuquerque, New Mexico and loving it? I would say, no, you're crazy. I'm going to be living in Los Angeles for the rest of my life. That's where I used to live. I love it here. It's a great place that really fulfills like a lot of things that are important to me. The outdoors, real people. People here are like really cool, really fun to hang out with. And there's just loads to do. Okay, you set the goal. You got the big goal up here. Up here, there we are. But then you've got the little goals down here. And those little goals that you can achieve on a day-to-day basis. And that's what the main focus of this YouTube channel is going to be really about. Achieving goals on a day-to-day basis while you're pushing forward towards the bigger ones. Because if you can achieve like little goals each day, it does give you that little boost to get you forward. So today's goal, which I've achieved, is to shoot a video and share it with you. A secondary goal was to wear this dress, which I never worn before, and pair it with this belt. And to try this new makeup look. Oh my gosh. I had so much fun doing it. I was like, I need to match it with my outfit. And I used the ColourPop Aurora palette. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Some Anastasia products too. I like them. So yeah, another look at that. Yeah, I have a lot of fun doing like different makeup looks and all of this, but I'm not going to do makeup tutorials. That's not a goal of mine. There are so many YouTubers out there that are amazing at it that I follow, and perhaps I'll talk about them in the future. But I'll share with you like my looks if you'd like, and if you have any like questions about, you know, how I apply it or something, I'm more than happy to answer in the comments below. So I'm going to wrap this up because I'm going to try to keep these videos within like the 10 to 15 minute range. I find when I watch videos on YouTube, that's a good sweet spot. There might be a couple of longer videos that pop up from time to time if it's like a really interesting subject. But just like doing day-to-day stuff, I think 10 to 15 minutes is the sweet spot. So I'm going to wrap it up, and I will definitely be back posting more. I'm going to have to decide what my next video is about. Yeah, definitely. That's a goal of mine. I'm going to get out there and shoot and share with you all sorts of cool stuff in my area. Maybe in the future I'll do some traveling, but I'm not a travel vlogger. If I was to do something like that, it would be like a goal of mine to go someplace. And then I would share with you about the place that I went to because I really, really wanted to go there. And me going there fulfilled some dream I have. So here we are. And we're going to go somewhere. And I really appreciate you going with me. I love sharing. It's just in my nature. I have so much fun just creating and getting feedback. So this is rewarding just in that regard. And everything that happens beyond that is just going to be a bonus. So thank you so much for watching. I do hope that you will subscribe and hit that bell for notifications, and look for more videos in the future. It means the world to me. So, thank you again. Look for more soon. Let me know what goals you have, and I'll keep sharing mine with you. Thank you so much.